can barely comprehend. And they've had to relive it again and again. They have seen accountability delayed and too often denied. To them, I want to say this: I am sorry. Sorry for what was done to you.
Can a Prime Minister lose power not because he broke the law, but because he trusted the wrong man? That is the question gripping Britain tonight, because UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is under fire, not for corruption, not for abuse, not for taking illegal money, but for a catastrophic failure of judgment tied to the explosive Epstein files. Let's be clear right up front, Keir Starmer is not named in the Epstein documents. He is not accused of sexual misconduct. He is not accused of financial crimes, and yet his leadership is wobbling, his party is furious, and Westminster smells blood. So how did we get here? The Epstein files. Jeffrey Epstein was a convicted sex offender. He died in jail. But the documents he left behind are still detonating political careers. The US Justice Department has released millions of pages connected to the Epstein investigation. Emails, financial records, contact lists. They paint a disturbing picture. A global web linking wealth, power, and sexual exploitation. Politicians, business leaders, celebrities, and among the names surfacing in these files, Peter Mandelson. Who is Peter Mandelson? In British politics, Mandelson isn't just another figure. He's a Labour Party heavyweight, a strategist, a power broker, one of the architects of modern Labour. And according to newly released documents, Mandelson exchanged emails with Epstein, emails where he allegedly referred to Epstein as his best pal. That alone raised eyebrows. But the real shock? During the 2008 financial crisis, Mandelson is accused of passing confidential government information to Epstein, information he was never authorized to share. In return, investigators say Mandelson received payments totaling around $75,000. Not billions, not millions, but enough to trigger a criminal investigation. Mandelson has now quit the Labour Party and is under police investigation for alleged misconduct in public office. So where does Keir Starmer fit in? Here's the key point. Keir Starmer did not inherit Peter Mandelson. He appointed him. Starmer personally selected Mandelson as Britain's ambassador to the United States, one of the most sensitive and powerful diplomatic roles in the country. And this week, Starmer admitted something crucial. He knew Mandelson had past links to Epstein. He knew Epstein was a convicted sex offender. And yet, he approved the appointment. Starmer says he was misled, that he didn't know the full extent of the relationship. But critics aren't buying it, because this isn't about legality, it's about judgment. The core problem. Keir Starmer built his political brand on one promise: clean politics, competence, integrity, the grown-up in the room. Now that image is cracking. Labour MPs are furious. Some want his chief of staff gone. Others are openly questioning whether Starmer deserves their support in a confidence vote. The knives are out, and history is not on his side. Britain has become a graveyard for prime ministers. Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, Rishi Sunak, short tenures, sudden exits. Power in Britain doesn't fade quietly, it collapses. The big question: so will Keir Starmer survive? This scandal isn't about crime, it's about trust. And in politics, lost trust is almost impossible to recover. Sometimes leaders don't fall because of what they did, but because of who they believed. And Britain is now deciding whether this mistake will cost its Prime Minister everything.